Alright, so here's my review on Mad Max Fury Road. This movie kicks ass. I would give it 10 out of 10 if I had to pick. I recently did a video about Terminator Genisys and it got a really low score, so I thought I'd do a movie with a really high score that I really liked. Now, I watched some of the Mad Max movies as a kid, but I was so young. I think the only one I actually saw was Beyond Thunderdome. That was a really good movie, but it still doesn't even compare to the fourth film, Fury Road. I don't usually say this about movies, but I think this one beats all of the old ones. Usually with series, they decline, in quality and storyline, but since there wasn't really much of a storyline to begin with, they couldn't really mess it up that much. But when it came to Terminator, there's a strong storyline behind that, and they really screwed that up with Genisys. Anyway, like I said, this movie's really good. The first Mad Max, there was no desert or anything. It's such an old movie, but the second one was pretty good. That's when they got into the desert. I just wish they had some kind of more footage and storyline with how the world really ended, and I don't know, even if it was just 5 minutes, and how it slowly became a desert. But other than that, Fury Road is just a great movie. It's just non-stop action, and I was watching the Blu-ray that I just got the other day, and a lot of the footage is actually real, and they're using real cars and explosions and minimal green screen. I don't even think they used that many. Hardly any CGI was used, which you don't see a lot in movies these days. And also, when you see all those guys on the poles, they were actually they're originally gonna, do it just the poles and then edit in them driving on them, but they were actually on those swinging poles while they're driving, and it's just amazing. There's a lot of stunt guys in this, and it usually when you wait 30 years since the last movie, if a sequel is ever created, it's usually not the original director. So this George Miller, he's really wise and really did this movie great. So this movie is highly recommended, and it got a really great score on Rotten Tomatoes. I remember when I got my Blu-ray, it said certified fresh from Rotten Tomatoes, and that was like the first movie I've seen that comment on any movie that I've bought recently. And the Blu-ray version comes with the DVD, but there's no special features. I did notice a bunch of extra trailers on the DVD version when I put it in. So, yeah, this is one of the few series that got rebooted really great, and it's really great. And also, if you thought Thunderdome was great, you gotta see this, because it will even beat Thunderdome. And that came out in 1985, and yeah, 30 years later this movie comes out and it kicks ass. So it's highly recommended. Go buy one. Whatever you got it, you could download it if you want to, but I think it's such a great movie. It's worth buying.